rock did you crawl out from under?
I'll play a little hide and seek, hiding from the proverbial them and seeking you.
As we enter the final stretch of the first season, Shadow and Wednesday were on the run after witnessing close up the power that the new gods hold. Turns out they cared little for any bystanders as they slaughtered every police officer inside that precinct. And as Wednesday wasn't too keen on the idea of crossing paths with Mr. World again, he sought refuge with one of his oldest allies. They stepped into the home of Vulcan, the god of fire and the forge. Now, unlike some of his other fellow old gods, Vulcan isn't thirsting for power. He's been able to find a clever way into channeling his prayers and beliefs, and for that, he uses guns. He's essentially now a gun god, which suits the modern day's obsession with bearing firearms. His fire from the forge is used to create bullets, and with every bullet fired, it acts as a prayer and a blood sacrifice to those who fall. Because of this, Vulcan's more or less predictable betrayal was written on the walls. His older ways of prayer had been converted into the new age. The new gods handed him his gun. And because of that, Vulcan sold out his oldest friend, as the new gods helped him rebrand his image and hold on to his power. They advised him to stay neutral in the coming war. That's even if it happens now, of course, since Mr. World knows exactly where Shadow and Wednesday are again. Vulcan didn't stick around for long though. Betrayal in the eyes of a god, and especially one so powerful, was met with a swift and deadly punishment. Vulcan's head left his shoulders before he even had time to react, as he was kicked right into his own forge, ironically, where his power originates. For his story, he will be used as a martyr, someone who pledged allegiance to Wednesday before the new gods killed him for it. And I say, that blade he made looks sweet as hell though. Hopefully Wednesday keeps a hold of that for some time and gets to have some further use from it. I'd imagine that'd be the case considering Mr. World and the other new gods know exactly where they are, so presumably reinforcements or the gods themselves are on the way to derail Wednesday and his plans. Now, we started off the episode in usual American gods fashion as we saw yet another one of the old gods in Jesus making his introduction. He's already been alluded to before, saying that there are various different incarnations of the deity, and his death was a modernised nailed to the cross as he was protecting some of those refugees. And I take it that's where the trio of Laura, Sweeney and Selim are heading to. An interesting mix to say the least. So next week perhaps we will get to meet the modern day Jesus to see if he can help Laura. Now tell me if I'm wrong, but I am sure I read somewhere that Jeremy Davis is signed on to this show, so if anybody is going to be a modern day Jesus, surely it's gotta be him. And I think this week confirmed my new favourite duo. Shadow and Wednesday are cool and all, but Laura and Mad Sweeney, for me, take the cake. They are just hilarious to watch and to see them play off one another. Both of them are bitter, dry-humoured and generally hate each other, which provides entertainment whenever they are on screen together. Sweeney was persistent in trying to retrieve his coin from her last week, which was to no avail. But now he had came to terms with the fact that the only way he's ever going to get his coin back is if he helped Laura properly return to this world. She's only felt her heartbeat once when she kissed Shadow, and Sweeney told her of someone he knows that could provide her with a full resurrection back into a full life. She wants her second chance, and Sweeney wants his coin back, whereas I just want to see them bicker some more.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I do.
Well, chop chop, Gingermans, let's go.
Isn't she lovely?
My overall verdict for this week's episode of American Gods is a 7 out of 10. Compared against some of the show's other episodes, such as last week's with Mr. World's introduction, this episode for me didn't keep up to those heights. Even though the ending segment with Vulcan was great and the banter between Laura and Sweeney was top notch, the episode overall, at least for me, was the weakest yet. It made sense to have a gun god and for him to be a more modern day belief as it fits well with the current obsession. Vulcan did what he was designed to do, as Shadow and Wednesday now find themselves on the run again as the new gods close in on their location. Ian McShane continues to be the standout for the show. His commanding dominance of a scene makes him memorable whenever you are watching him. And in terms of my favourite scene from this week, Wednesday striking Vulcan down was up there, but taking the ball and running with it were the interactions between Laura and Sweeney. Sweeney's wit is rapidly making him one of my favourite characters. I don't think he's going to Wisconsin for this meeting, so if the war does finally go down, it seems likely he will be safe from its crosshairs, at least initially. Now for Wednesday, he seems determined for that war to go through, but allies are becoming scarce and reluctant to join up, as many of them are content with the lives that they currently hold. If he gets his war, maybe he gets his true power back, as everything now seems to be moving towards Wisconsin, where this meeting of gods is set to take place. It looks like it's going to be in the finale, and with a hint of a mention to Wednesday sacrificing himself before, I'm sort of getting the feeling he's going to fall when the gods do eventually clash. He's been very slowly turning Shadow into a believer, and as he said, all Wednesday needs to survive is just enough. Maybe he only needs one, and that one is Shadow. With the episode gone, there are now just 2 episodes left. How will the series' first run wrap up? Will it be a conflict between the gods, or will that be saved for later down the line? Well, with Brian Fuller's past work and the achievements he's accomplished with his other shows, the finale either way should not be one to miss. That does it from me. What did you guys think of this week's episode? And are you enjoying the interactions between Sweeney and Laura as much as I am? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. And I'll see you on the next one.